Hello everyone, welcome back. Yet another game is just an assembly line of content. I've got a little extra time this weekend, so I'm getting all these matches in, getting able to watch them all. We are watching yet another semifinals, this time in the heroic tier, which is the third tier, between Motaba, the Serbian, who placed first in his group, and Arturello K10, the Italian, placed third in his. And we've kind of got a little theme going where we keep seeing rematches of sweeps, where yet again in the regular season, Motaba swept Arturello K10 3-0. I'm Chrono JJ. Glad to have you on board. Got done making some applesauce. My hand smelling all appley. And got my to-do list done, so we are watching another series here as we hit fast forward. Both players play kind of a wide variety of gods, and we've got some more Chinese. We saw some Chinese last series, in fact a lot of Chinese. And this time we're getting more. Fuzi versus Loki. Not super familiar with the Chinese yet. I kind of mess around with Shenong a little bit, but Fuzi is a little bit different. Kind of start out with this peach blossom spring that slowly accumulates resources until you gather from it. It's pretty good god power. Hard to resource starve the Fuzi. And we've got this infinite queue of trying to kill the elephant. And we are on the unknown, which has spawned a fairly standard land map with a few cliffs and no back gold. No back gold. We are all in on the front gold. These cliffs have kind of spawned strangely here, where you got the cliffs on this side, the trees over here. Arturello is trying to build a wall without getting killed, and will do so. Got one of these Yazis, these warping dog-like creatures, and decent amount of hunt on the map, all of it forward, however, except for this little hunt pack that Motaba has scouted. I like this little pass through the mountains. This is kind of cool. I enjoy me some unknown. In the interest of time, this puts all the way back and then does not retreat. In the interest of time, I will fast forward as the moment allows. Trying to get in on the... There's a lot of fire archers here, but not so many infantry. Oh, didn't even kill the villager. Pursuer trying to get out of here. Get Nezha chasing. One of the more powerful units in the game. It's currently a bug with it throwing this universe ring or whatever it is. Kwafu building a silo. Hope he doesn't go to... There we go. Kind of a strange wall. You might want to just wall to right here and call it a day. Because yeah, these raiding cavalry can run right in. There's some damage they can do here. There's only one halberdier. Ooh, well, here comes the whole rest of the horde. As the Loki here, surely you're trying to go for like a gold starve. Would be the best way to win. I mean, I like the gold starve. That's my favorite. But you've got a map with some pretty forward gold mines all across the middle of the map. Motaba has used Spy to see these villagers down here. Whoa. Be careful with units. Wait, do we have that? Yeah, we do. This is the worst tech. It's the best, but the worst tech in the game. It's so punishing. A little bit too punishing. As soon as these halberdiers attack cavalry, it's basically just dead. And there's the lightning weapons that causes units to pause and freeze. Usually you don't want to fight into it because it results in your military just absolutely getting obliterated, and that's what we see here, is that all of a sudden Arturello's army has disappeared to the lightning weapons. Should have tried to retreat. Probably could have retreated most of the units away. Now it's going to be tough sledding to recover at this point. Trying to get out. There's just so many units, and the spears are killed. Yeah, as soon as that lightning weapons comes in, he just gotta retreat. Lightning weapons like a more powerful, it's like an aggressive restoration, really. And Arturello K10 is looking to be in some dire straits here in game 1. Nessa's coming over to the villagers and the gold mine. You villagers get transformed into Skraelings or Elsarks or Berserks. And somehow it's not spotted all the villagers on the gold mine over here, but there's just such a large army. Trying to get in on the ranged units, but as soon as these halberdiers turn around, there you are. Cavalry melts, throwing axemen to get demolished by the fire archers. Ezha is paid for himself. Fast little hero. Man, these halberdiers just wreck the raiding cavalry, and the archers wreck throwing infantry, and Arturello has been... Oh, nice little rock toss there, but too little too late, and I feel like this game is over. Arturello holding on to the bitter end. Somehow, Motaba must not... There, he's still... These guys are coming forward. Somehow it's not scouted this gold mine up here. I think Arturello is just waiting for the gold mine to get spotted before he resigns. Throwing axemen, getting out of there with his life. Longhouse killed. Oh, I guess we're just all in on this house. Now this balloon will surely find this gold mine here. Yep. See the balloon and retreat. And maybe one last attempt at a fight here. Another lightning weapon. This is what he should have done the first time. Yeah, see how easy that was to retreat without losing much? Should have done that in the first fight and maybe been able to fight through it. Arturello is just happily mining on the left side of the map. Red seemingly doesn't care. He's in building destruction mode. And we'll probably just use drought right away. Might as well. I got a few Dow swordsmen over here. Come on, just use drought. And there it is. Drought is used. The game is over, and a pretty quick game one. Where nice job by Motaba. No real mistakes by him, and Arturello just made one bad decision fighting one bad game or one bad fight into lightning weapons, and then just was behind and had to fight and lose, had to fight and lose. Just kept repeating that, and kill loss is not good. Game two. Well, Motaba is starting off right where he left off with Arturello in the regular season, which is a 3-0 sweep. Arturello, he gritted out a 3-2 win over Joeybadz in the first round. And now a level of competition here against a #1 finisher is going to be tough. Left up his game. We got Gaia versus Poseidon. We'll see how the Poseidon plays here. Getting a quick temple. Looks like going for some early aggression. Nice job luring in the hippo. But a slow age up. Not quite as aggressive as I like my Poseidon. That's okay. Comes one hero forward. Centaur forward. And then the other hero forward. Trying to cut down a few of the oracles. Gets one. No pressure on Gaia's base. Gives Gaia plenty of time to get a few units out. Alright, it doesn't quite get the wall up though, it's a little awkward. Going with 3 military buildings, you're not really... Oh, loses the one Caladria. Oh, don't stop. She's living life on the edge. And we've got some cavalry coming in and a whole lot of gold stacked up. Grabbing another relic. Myth units are faster. That'll be nice to combine with the centaurs. So if he bunches them up with Hippias, it won't really change anything. Speed is everything. What is over here that you want? Just flying around to see what's going on. Are we doing like a semi-quick heroic here? The guy's got quite the army. He's spending all the resources. He's apparently really afraid of getting attacked. 3 Caladria. Oh, you get in your... Oh, come on, you can fight this. Nice. Okay. Should kind of tell you that there's something up here. If your opponent's army is up here for no real reason, should tell you there's something amiss up here that you should be looking for. And we are getting Dionysus. We'll see. How long does it take for
Skopos.
those units to get those techs? Is that like a mythic age tech, a heroic age tech? We don't see where Motaba's army is. It's all back. Yeah, see, this is the kind of things that you really need to be able to learn to read as a player. I mean, you know on Giza that every town center spawn that has the green land has hunt next to it. And oh, he might find it now. I was going to say he really needs to realize that there's villagers over here, just based on how the... Oh, come on. Still doesn't. You could have forced out ceasefire here. Instead, he is chasing way the wrong way. Like he is just so falling for the bait. What are these doing? Doesn't even have a bite of the shark yet. Oh, watch out. Nice move. But yeah, hasn't. Now we'll see these villagers running and be like, ah, could have done something. I mean, you saw the granary. Just should have been able to pick up on the fact that there were units there. You now have a lot of Hippaspis starting to come out. And just didn't quite do any damage while having more military. Good, there's not enough. I would turn and fight this. There we go. It's not quite enough Hippaspis yet. Oh, now you retreat. Okay, that was a nice use or way to get bronze used up there. Okay, retreat out of here. Losing units though, really should try to be healing these retreating units up so they don't die. We'll get blocked off of gold over there. Villagers barely making it in. Way behind in unit. Arturello is caught unsure of what to do right here. Is floating a lot of resources. Wants to age up with Rhea. But we'll have a hard time dealing with the Hippaspis. Because you can... There's no cavalry upgrades. Other than Spirited Charge. Ooh, this is a nice one too. More armor against pierce attacks. If you can get... I would see... Would have considered going... What's the other one? Thea? Getting some cavalry out to fight against the Hippaspis. I just don't know if your Arcus do the damage they need to do. Like you could go a food heavy since you have a ton of food. A food heavy like Catapultes. Not initially, but tech into some Catapultes. And then Contarius to be able to deal with this. I don't want to come forward here. He's just baiting you. And what units are we seeing? Isn't making any units right now. It's a little bit, I think, unsure of what to make. Oh, it's gonna make a palace. Okay.
Herr Joe's.
The army, the Hippaspis are all on the wrong side. We do have a second Hydra. First one's done quite a bit of damage. Hippias are spinning. Oh, he did see this with the Pegasus flying overhead. And I don't... There's just not enough units here. 36 units to... Oh, wow. Motaba could push this. He's got double the military. I don't think he realizes how far ahead he is in military. I mean, certainly I think you should start off, Philip, with the AI. I think the AI does decent enough that you can kind of learn to play, some fundamentals. Arturello doesn't want to come forward, though. He does not win any fight. What are you doing? Don't want to come out. You don't want to fight this either. And he used Traitor on the wrong Hydra. Why is he fighting this? I mean, Traitor's pretty cheap. I guess you can get a Traitor again. But yeah, Motaba is being a little too careful here. Could still push to double the army size. But is letting this work. I mean, playing against the AI, it's a good way to learn the game. The Age of Mythology is a pretty high learning curve. As far as there's so many wildly different things. That it's really hard to keep up with all of that. The cavalry have gotten caught by these catapultes and murmillos. Nice little attack here. They do have the weightless mace. Don't come too far forward, though. There's going to be some Hippaspis waiting to chew you up. And Motaba is giving Arturello a chance. Arturello needs to finish walling this, though. I would almost put, like, a second wall all the way across the front here. It's making 3 behemoths. I would rather you save this favor for another carnivore and another trader. Also needs to upgrade the Arcus again. Okay, nice little wall. Yeah, this is good. Nice little defendable base here. See a Petropolis.
Herr Joe's.
Do we have the army? There's just not very many units. Should not be fighting this. Not without having another trader. Behemoth are killing the Petropolis. And the, wow, this fight is going better than expected. If we can get a trader in on this Hydra here in just a minute. Oh, now it's not going well. Came out a little too early. Wanted to wait until these both were on cooldown. And that'll be it for this one. Arturello had a chance here. I didn't like Rhea. I think Contarius would have done better with all the food that he had. And I don't think the Arcus are really that good. They have a lot of range, but they just get crashed on by the fast Hippias. And GG so far, Motaba is proving Tough. Oh, I gave the wrong person the win in the game one. It is 2-0. Motaba. My bad. Please say it like the level 1 omens. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, the guy I could win this. With all that extra economy. Just not the right unit composition. As we run into game 3. There is, when I use the restream, there is a little bit of a delay, like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Sorry. Got Arturello in the top right, in dire need of a victory. So far, lost 3 times to Motaba in the regular season, lost twice to Motaba here in this best of 5. Motaba going with Shenong against Frere. Killing every caribou that he can find, except for this one. This one looking on as his dead comrades. This is kind of cool. 2 farms to keep his villagers safe. Now the Kwafu needs to get a little bit closer to the gold mine. That's kind of cool. Interesting use of the farms. Got Oler aged up. And then got Shenong is aged up. Get to Keelan. What's the key? Or no, that's not a Keelan, it's a Yahtzee. Comes in, warps right there. Just roaming around the base looking to see what's going on for this Frere. Making some fire archers. Runs across a couple of hearse here. Yeah, you get the Shenong, whatever that tech is, the anti-me tech. And certainly can't raid with cavalry. You'll need that against the new Japanese god. Heroes regenerate, that's nice. Nice to get away from the Loki. Ooh, don't want to fight up here. Oh, gets away. These units seem to be drunk. They're just shooting wildly and missing. Oh, the Yahtzee really wanted to come in and die. Why'd you make this right away? I'm trying to read this and see what it does. Why would you want to even, why would this even be a tech that you can research in age 2 if you can't get your sage until age 3? I don't understand why you'd want to do, why that even be available. But anyway, what do you do as Frere here? I mean, you seems so far than all the games that I've watched that Frere sitting back and defending is what Frere wants to do and kind of extend the game later on into as late as possible. Estes Hearth makes villagers trained faster. Got a Chinese air balloon. Coming in, checking out the weather.
准备就绪，请下命令。
It was a strange time frame when everybody was freaking out over these stupid weather balloons that was floating around. It's been a couple of years. I've forgotten about that.
什么？是的。
Checking the gold mine. Arturello chose not to build the Asgardian Bastion early. Arturello has the raiding cavalry just kind of sitting on the edge of the map. Look out! Arturello could collapse on this army with all of his raiding cavalry and be in a pretty decent spot there. There are not very many halberdiers here. This is pretty bold to be up here. Are the raiding cavalry coming for a collapse? With the throwing axemen coming from above? Does Arturello know where this army went? Boy, he could really punish this. Oh, come running in. Nice, the wood line. I always love the timing on the wood lines. When the wood line gets chopped through, it gets some raids off. The cavalry are really confused by this. See one villager that's just barely not in the killing a few more units. Maybe. Raiding cavalry of... Oh, we've got this technology now. Boy, I hate this technology. Oh! That hurts a lot. That kind of tech is very punishing. And now we have the lightning weapons thing come in, and this might end up being a very short 3-0 series, which probably does mean we can catch the last series of the semifinals. So I guess it's okay. But Motaba is looking a little bit unstoppable here. And Arturello, if you would have played this a little better, could have collapsed on this army before, you know, with all the raiding cavalry and maybe did something. But I think it's too late now, having lost that entire group of raiding cavalry. It's just very unfortunate. Got our fight here. The Keelan has been killed. But there are no raiding cavalry now because they're all dead. So this is a winning fight somehow. Motaba is floating a lot of resources. Doing a nice little job pulling back and getting some attacks in. I don't know if these attacks are better for Motaba or for... Oh, see, now there's no hero. Okay, retreat these dudes. Yeah, I don't think those... I think Motaba probably just needed to retreat there. That actually went a lot better than I anticipated it would for Arturello after having lost. Imagine he hadn't lost all 8 of his raiding cavalry for nothing. Like, he could have come in here, picked a few bills, and then ran out. He'd be in a pretty decent spot. Add 8 raiding cavalry, and he's up army by quite a bit. You know, these guys could cause some damage here, which they are. Could we see a Draugr spam saving Arturello's tournament life here? There's only one hero. I think you can still fight this. There we go. Hello, a leaping walrus. Hope you are well. It's technically Monday now. I I've been off this weekend, which means I have extra time to watch these tournament matches that have been played. This Tawu could be a problem. Foods are happily gathering at lightning speed. This one is up here, having walled up these, or built on these two buildings up here. And Arturello has got his nice little fort up here. Protects his gold. Helps protect his food. Doesn't really have to worry about getting raided. This army is coming up to the top here. What are we walling all of this off for? Just to wall. Randomly have villagers on the wood line. These players are about 1550. This is the third tier of skill level, so third tier ranges from about 1450 to 1550-ish, you know, give or take a few rating points here or there. So decent players, but not top of the line. But that's okay. Not everybody can be tryhards. Now, if I'm Arturello here, I think I counter attack. Come to this gold mine. Because I've got some time here. I'm just losing buildings, which does stink. But it's going to take a little bit for this slow army to get all the way into here. In which case, I come forward and I attack. I've got time to come forward, cause some problems of my own, and then retreat back to my base. Because in reality is he's lost, what, 2-3 buildings and a couple houses, so he's down 400 resources, which isn't a big deal. If he comes forward here, idles some units, kills a few, he can easily cause more than 400 resources worth of damage by coming forward. But didn't do anything. Has the military advantage and has a scary little Draugr army here. The upgraded Revenant Draugr. Here comes these guys. Doesn't want to trickle units in though. These units coming forward to see what's going on. He could maybe pick off these units down here and then fall back. Okay, nice little damage here. But now you can't really push in here. You see, now you can't really afford to lose this. Well, there's a hole here. You know, as long as the Draugrs killed this isn't bad for Motaba. Yeah, this is actually really good. Kill some villagers. Get some more units. Defends the attack. Gets on the gold mine here. Just too bad that the throwing axemen are trying to build houses, but this is looking really good for Arturello, who at one point looked like a fish out of water here in this game. Don't fight. Yeah, there you go. But seeing this, I think Arturello should be like, I could win this fight and come forward. Aged up though, but we've got Tempest. Tempest is a scary. Ooh. Oh. For whatever reason, these units did not realize there were some beasts right behind them, and that took out a whole army there. That wasn't good. But Tempest can take out a whole army too. But that was a little unfortunate that he didn't have a couple heroes in with that army to kill the Fey Beasts. But now we have, where's this rock giant? These dudes are so good. Trying to find what to do, and it just lose a large arm. Here comes this dude just flying through. Where did he come from? Boy, if he could force a fight, we do have another of the lightning. What? Use Tempest for sure. Did he use it too far forward? Retreating through. He might have used it too far forward. You wanted to get it like back here. Yeah, see, it's not getting any of the archers, the slow archers here. Like if you could slow them down. The Rams have popped through. Is chasing the units here. But didn't get the value he needed out of the Tempest. Kills the Sage. Needs to come over here. This is all of the gold that Arturello, or not Arturello, that Motaba has. And thank you, Starks, with the raid. Turn and fight here. Okay, gets the Baihu, which jumps in. Oh, there's another one. Another two. You need to get this mountain giant. Ooh. Get the rock giant on. Try to get him on here. Okay, that actually didn't go as badly as it could have for Arturello. But we're starting to get a pretty scary armory here. Need to get a nice taunt from this guy. This guy just tanks. A nice taunt. Where's his special? Ooh, we got a rock giant converted here. This game's close. Drained another 50 favor on the lightning weapons, so that's nice. This is a little scary being over here.
Yeah.
Without having like a wall across. What relic is he deciding? Oh, the one that makes town centers drain faster. What's this tech? Hero and siege movement speed, 10% of base and more damage. Yeah, I could use that. Comes one of those air balloons. Motaba sitting happily under that middle of the base here. It's got a ballet to hide under. And what seemed to be a one-sided affair is kind of stalemated into a pretty close game. Just that Arturello is behind in villagers because of the, oh, what do you call them? What are these dudes? Wafus. He's raiding. If these berserks find this gold mine, for Archer, oh, he's just building a town center. Got a second rock giant. How are we looking at the upgrades? Getting all those upgrades, nice. Getting the town center. Does Motaba see this town center? Oh, barely not. Does not quite see it. Both players are at pop. Arturello has more though, because he's got one town center and building up a second one. Arturello might take this. He's got to be careful not to take a bad fight here. His units are a little spread out. This could get awkward. Ooh, kind of blows his... Oh, not the taunts he wants from his rock giants. We have the boar coming forward. That might save... Well, he was probably already going to win that anyway. Boar comes forward. And... maybe in the end... Oh, this is a killing field right here. What are you doing? Piggy coming forward, getting slower and slower. finally gets attack off. Don't chase in here. You don't need to. You can gold block now. The only way Arturello has pulled this back really impressively. The only way Arturello I think loses here is if he loses his army here and doesn't get the gold block. His army is just spread all over. You can't lose the Draugrs, who are getting lost. Getting some villager kills though. Go rock giant raid. And gets another Kwafu, but is losing a lot of his army here. And that's a little bit scary. Because really doesn't have, well, it does have the villager advantage now. There he goes, retreats out. Gets the rock giant upgrade as they both die. A lot of rams here. We're looking at ramming everything on the map. We've got an age upcoming. Wang Di. Building a hill fort. But yeah, went in a little too far. Lost too much. And now you're really at risk of losing army after army. You can't build this. You're going to lose another army. It's got to retreat out. Has so many battering rams. And now we have this really scary dragon. Need to get lots of goatee and fast. And not take fight. Does Motaba see these coming? Oh, he doesn't. We've got 12 rams running in. He's gonna. I guess he could use the dragon in defense here. And we do have an attack on this town center with all these fire. So the dragon will clear all this out, though. That's a lot of resources down for losing his own town center. Rams just ramming away. Are these rams hidden underneath the farm there for some bug? Alright, well he's doing a lot of damage here. The rogue ram raid is just distracting the Yinglong. Yinglong trying to figure out where all these rams went. But we've got this scary army here. Man, don't want to trickle your units in. Where's the rock giant to get a nice taunt? Motaba does a decent job of kind of kiting with the archers, but down there's just too many units. Dragon's trying to come forward here to save the day. Got a heroic Wenzong. 115 military. And Motaba has a lot of goatee though. Rebuilding the town center. Kind of the apocalyptic looking base here. There's not a lot left. Arturello may have avoided this. I counted him out in this game. I thought he was donezo. But now has twice the economy. Larger army. Dragon is looking for a raid over here. I don't know if there is anything over here. No. Yinglong is not seeing anything. Couple more rams coming in. Boy, if we could get some nice taunts here. Not there. Oh, you gotta get your taunts on the archers. Or at least get, make them retreat. This Wenzong guy does a ton of damage. Oh, okay. Nice little garrison here to get on Yinglong with all of these goatee chasing it away.
是的，
是的，
This is still,
什么？下命
these
令。
heroes are still so strong. Really would like to kill one of these.
下命令。
This one only has 56 hit points.
被指示的。
Finally gets one, but then they can just be retrained back. Yinglong is flying over this pond.
准备就绪。
But these archers are a little bit aggressively stationed now. And we'll probably lose a lot on the way. Oh, you could get some garrison. Nice! Nice! That was really good. Really well done by Arturello to notice that. Rewarded with quite a few kills with that little trick there. Garrison, the old garrison. Hop back and forth. It's pretty nice. Yinglong has been spotted. Ooh, just noticed some villagers. Get a nice raid here. Kills quite a few. Here come the goatee. Here comes some more goatee. Boy, do you just, surely you get one attack in on these villagers on the way through. Another nice garrison there. Ooh. Oh, nice. Nicely done to have those goatee there. That could have been really disastrous. That thing, the splash damage, is just nuts.
Good about.
Arturello is biding his time. He's now aged up. We are going to have an exploding wolf come along. My favorite god power. No spoilers, Motaba. Either you're in here to watch the bitter end of this, or you're just here to enjoy the victory. We'll see. This game, though, this has been a fun one. The first two were kind of steamrolls. This one's been fun back and forth. We got some heavy tiger cavalry here. Here comes the wolf. Oh, he's kind of missed. He kind of hurt himself more than he did the opponent there by blasting his army the wrong way. This fight is not going well for Arturello here. Surely Arturello doesn't lose this, but these fire archers are being very problematic. And now we have champion tiger cavalry. Is this the god that gives the tiger cavalry all these crazy stats? You got this random attack on the... How about you just, you know what? Try not to fight this army. Just go for a base trade. Okay. Random armory. Killing a military camp and a couple of houses. What does Motaba have to react to this? Not a lot of anything.
准备就绪。
He's having to split up his army. I mean, Arturello still has the huge military and economy lead. Got Wenzong coming over here. You know, I don't even know if I've really ever seen this guy. What in the world does he do that's so special? So he can replicate. So he's kind of like a sage.
什么？
好的，
Only runs on a whatever he's running on. Horse dog thing. Alright, we've got all sorts of Goaty. We've got the Huskarls coming in.
准备就绪。
And this might be the last stand for Motaba here.
请下命令。请下命令。
Arturello is like so scared of this army. He's so afraid to attack because he just keeps losing battles over and over again.
有有 Yo.
He's at a 260 pop limit to 175 and is still like so afraid to do anything. As we continue. Jolly Man needs to move to a healthier hemisphere. Get on this ballet. Force the action here. Champion Cavalry. Tiger Cavalry. Champion Fire Archer. But we've just got so many units here. And a ton of Berserks just got changed. Villagers just got changed into Berserks. And Arturello is going for the kill here. He's got all sorts of units here. And yeah, this just, the masses are too much. And Arturello, I thought he was getting swept. But he comes back nicely in this game. I thought it was over when he lost like his 8 rating cavalry for no real reason early on. But barely managed to hang on by the skin of his teeth and avoids the sweep. Gets a win. 2-1. Look at the post game here. Way behind in villagers. But then had a nice couple fights there right in the middle of the map game and then killed them all. So yeah, get well soon, Jolly Man. Well done to Arturello. Gets a win. Move on. Game 4. So does this start like the comeback of the century for Arturello? Motaba has switched over to Set. We're on Marsh. Arturello is Odin. What did you got? What did you get anyway? Some sort of bird flu? The match is 2-1. I got the scoreboard in the bottom right here. If I were smarter, I would get something that would fit along the overlay at the top, but I'm too lazy for that. Spy has been used by somebody. Oh no, Vision. Vision has been used by Motaba as we have very quickly warped to age 2 because the first 4 minutes of the game really don't matter a whole lot. Not to me anyway. Actually, my 10-year-old son's been sick. He was not feeling good and throwing up the last couple days. Whoa. You don't want to use your jump to jump in. But doesn't have this walled off. This dude's looking like he wanted to wall off, but didn't quite get it. Got this house wall. Oh, hey, who's our pharaoh?
In what?
It's Lundbiter 117. Yeah, he's doing better now. It was about Usually it's just like a 24-hour thing. This one lasted more of like 48, but he's feeling better. Yes, last night he was doing pretty good. His football team won, so that it increased his spirits greatly. So yeah, he's feeling pretty good. I'm sure he'll wake up and it'll be. So normally in my house, Saturday morning is chocolate chip pancake day. Well, Cam was sick for chocolate chip pancake day, so we pushed it to Sunday. Well, he's still sick Sunday, so chocolate chip pancake day got pushed to Monday. So that'll be happening in a couple hours. In the morning. Chocolate chip pancakes. It's a big hit around here. Maybe that's what you need in your life, Jolly Man. You need a little bit of my chocolate chip pancakes to get the day started right.
Tilbúin.
You know, I got an extra bedroom. Move on in. Between me and the wife, we'll get you back to full health in no time.
Skipan.
I give good foot rubs too. Good. Get a little of that action going. What do we got here?
Skipan.
A whole lot of nothing's been going on. We've got Motaba is like thinking that he's gonna get attacked on against like Motaba seems like he's playing against like the campaign or something. He feels like there's just gonna be this squad of military come spawning in off the corner of the map, coming up the back end. Yeah, conventional wisdom would tell you to like wall from here to here. And from here to here, but no, he's just got himself in this tiny little box. Like this type of base building just really triggers me. Because how in the world are you going to get quickly over to your gold mine? Like, you gotta come all the way around here now. Oh, we've got some snakes being used on the base with some Anubites. We've got the spearmen getting caught, but let's see how these Anubites go. I guess you could delete a house. That's too much, though. Why build it in the first place? Villager dead. Couple villagers. Snakes causing some problems. These units are coming wandering in now. The dwarves are leaving Dodge. City's too hot. Headed forward. And these Anubites are causing some absolute mayhem here. Just 3 Guardian Anubites. While the units come jumping out. Base. Nicely done. And another Anubite. Yeah, when I build my bases, I very much prefer putting the walls on the edges, the gates that is. So like gate here, and closing the middle, and then putting the gate over here. I do tend to be housed. So I really shouldn't be complaining. This is more houses in this house wall than I make for weeks at a time. Now you can even get this relic that makes this houses a little bit stronger. Plus 15% hit point to base. Is ahead 4 villagers now. Arturello is like walling off all of the map. What did Motaba vision this time? He visioned the base. Trying to see what's going on. Whoa, who wins this fight? Well, it doesn't look like... Well, yeah, we've got too many Anubites here and not enough heroes, but both players are content to just kind of retreat mutually. gathering up. This is the most passive, like, Loki I've ever seen.
Hver þar? Já. Tilbúin.
Just because it's not Loki, it's Odin.
Skipan.
Still is the most passive Odin I've ever seen.
Hver þar? Tilbúin.
Hello, Craig Hack. How are you doing?
Já. Tilbúin.
Building a couple of houses. Gets ahead slightly in military. Pounds the priest. All these axes just sticking in the air. Thinks he can win this fight. There aren't a lot of slingers. This would be a close fight here. The Anubites pack a punch, but I think their just numbers are too much on Arturello's side here. We get in this little nifty box formation that everybody seems to use now. I must be behind the times or something. I don't know what this box formation newfangled nonsense is all about. It looks like it's just killing the Anubite. Well, the Herseer's getting blocked out. Oh, this one dies. Oh, he canceled it. He might have killed it if he wouldn't have canceled his attack. Alrighty, Motaba is looking at the first line of eco upgrades. This priest is unhappily in the wrong one. It's like, retreat! Let's get out of here with this relic I've got. Villagers gather gold faster. That's a good relic. Shuffle on out of there as fast as you can. Ooh, aging up with Nephthys. We finally got a couple Valkyries coming here for the Odin player. Who I was thought was Loki for the longest time. Got this network of walls. Now, are walls not supposed to give line of sight anymore? I guess not. Just seems so weird for them to be sitting in the fog of war like this. Ooh, got some rival wrongs coming up here. Motaba has used vision. Kind of see what's going on. He sees the town center getting grabbed. Like, this wall looks like it has Linus. Like, I don't know, but... Uh-oh. Ooh, I don't know about this. Oh, a nice forest fire here. Get out of there. Okay. Got a couple Valks over here. Attracting some damage. Really tanking quite nicely. Watch out for the burning trees! Move! Are they... Is this tree burning? I can't tell. It looks like it is because these units are all taking damage and getting scorched. Big fight here. Spearmen are kind of way ahead of the slingers, and yeah, this is not going very well. The Valkyrie comes in to slow down the slingers, and that fight went really well for Arturello. Yeah, you want to drop the TC, but it was it was like 10% away from getting completed, so he just finished it, and then you kind of got screwed there. You had vision, right? Because you just used vision to know this was here, and the army was all forward. So yeah, certainly should have used it back to force a bunch of idle time. But that's okay. Sometimes decisions are made and are not the best decisions. But that happens, you know. The only person around here that's never made a bad decision when it comes to playing is Joeybadz. Another vision. Let's repeat vision over and over and over and over again. It's so weird seeing Odin playing without any raiding cavalry. It's confusing me. Got the throwing axemen slowly working their way on this this wall here. It may or may not give line of sight. It's hard to know. guess they don't give line of sight. At least it doesn't look like they are. Anywhere.
Yao.
I don't even know why I care so much. What's this? Bonus damage against buildings. That's a nice little relic.
Yeah.
A big fan of any relic that makes aggression better.
Tilbuin. Yao.
In fact, I say there should be a game mechanic where if you aren't attacking with your army, your units slowly take damage.
Skipan.
Raven flies over and sees this.
And we.
Ooh, we've got Scotty here. Run and freeze the living daylights out of this and flatten the Mignol, and the siege works. Is that what you do? Yeah, run in, freeze these, keep the villagers alive or unfrozen, and then whack them all.
Rig.
Vision again. Hey, we finally got some raiding cavalry getting built. Or Arturello could build this town center. Squeeze Motaba into just a very small corner of the map. I do like the look of these stone walls, though. These are nice walls.
Gary.
Both are at full pop. Just Arturello has a town center. What does Arturello do? He really needs to wait till he gets his heavy infantry upgrade. That's what he needs to do. He's got 3 frost giants queued up at the cost of getting heavy infantry. Cancel one of these. He's heavy infantry stuff. Oh, he's getting bronze weapons instead of heavy infantry? This is where when you start pre-queuing too much stuff, you kind of screw yourself. Why isn't this researching? Where does he have it at? Here. Holy smokes, get yourself heavy infantry. That's still not coming.
Yao.
It's getting everything else except heavy infantry. It's getting masons instead of heavy infantry. If he loses because he didn't ever get heavy infantry, I'm gonna be so mad. He's throwing X-Men in the wrong spot here. Alright, we've got a big frost. What do you do with this? This is not the frost that he wanted. Because he can't do anything with it. Frost Giant is roaming forward. He's kind of lost. Oh. He's taking a little too much time to come forward. And heavy infantry still isn't getting trained. You know, these units all the way forward here are kind of nice right now, but it's going to be nice for them when the... Why are you fighting? Motaba, just hide in your Migdol. Because now your throwing axemen are kind of surrounded.
Yao.
These should probably run this way now. No, not that way. This is a really awkward fight here. Man, these throwing axemen went the wrong way. This is such a disjointed fight. Both the players are kind of like trapped away, like, segregated away from their own side of the map. But it looks like the reinforcements are coming in a little bit better for Motaba. who somehow, some way is winning this fight despite never having heavy infantry. And really, Motaba, he deserved to win that fight because Arturello kind of did a rough job of managing things there. But Arturello was on life support in game 3 and won that one and is now kind of on the edge of a victory here as well. It's the Great Wall of Odin that has saved him. Turn off the middle of the map. I tell you what, they really worked hard to make Marsh look a lot better. Like in the very first versions of Retold, Marsh was quite the sight to behold. Just the textures were just awful. Like you couldn't even see units on it. But it really came a long way. It had a glow up. Yeah, I'm excited for Japanese. I think they'll be a lot of fun. I don't know a lot about them. Kind of just not learning about them so I can just play them and kind of learn with everybody else. So we'll play them later this week and see what they're like, see what they got going on. Arturello is a very patient person. I'm amazed that this pre-queued heavy infantry tech has not started researching yet. Like, everything else is getting researched. It's still not heavy infantry. What's gonna come next? He's almost got it. Oh, it's starting! Finally! He's had it on pre-queue for like the last 10 minutes. It's finally coming, and we got a big fight down here. Kind of Motaba's last gasp here. Rams coming forward to get on all these obelisks. Unbiter 117 the second. These things. Boom. And now we are. Yeah, there's too many units here for. Look, dudes with the pointy stick are just ramming on the way out. Yeah, these guys are some tough cookies. I have to say though, at one point, well, they do divine damage, right? I'm confused by this. So it does divine damage, but not all of it is divine against smith units? Or maybe it is. I'm not sure. And GG, well played to Arturello. Two games. He's going for the reverse sweep here. Arturello already took down one DOD member, being poor Joeybadz. Can Arturello do it again? Take out DOD Motaba. Okay, so it does the divine damage against myth units. It just doesn't do a ton of damage. So actually, the pierce armor doesn't really matter. It's just that they don't maybe have a huge attack. But yeah, game 5 hype. Yeah, that attack against the town center was a bit of an oopsie. Pretty even up until there. Score's pretty even. But yeah, kind of got a little eager on this town center. Thought you could stop it, and it didn't work out. When yeah, probably the prize was just to use ancestors
No.
back here, since the whole army is up here. But that makes it more interesting for us as we move into an actual game 5. I always have 5 recorded games, and they don't always end up in the 5th recorded game. We move to Motaba's home map. It looks like Mediterranean. Loki versus Zeus on Mediterranean. Actually, I don't mind Mediterranean. Mediterranean's alright. People give Mediterranean a bad name. It's really not that bad. Some of my favorite games were on Mediterranean. In fact, one time on the original Age Mythology, the Titans. I guess it's not really original because the Titans is the expansion. But Legacy AOM, I had a 5-1 town center comeback on Mediterranean.
Yo.
So that was one of my favoritist games. And it was on Medit, so I've got a special place in my heart for Mediterranean. The guy taunted me when he was up 5-1 town centers. No, 4-1 town centers. He seemed to think he had won the game, so I got a little, I pulled just a little bit extra for it. You don't taunt the dad. Alright. See how long it takes before the storehouse's walking time is no longer efficient. You should have just built a second one. Sometimes people get a little too cute on their doubled up storehouses. Okay, we're aged up here. Athena. Don't see a lot of, Legacy or Retold comes with the newfangled all 3 ships in classical age, and then we remove all of the water maps from the map pool to where we don't even get to see all the 3, the new water. So let's see. Game 5, this is it. It'll all come down to a battle on Mediterranean. Hammer ship comes forward, gets the first damage. It's a little bit weak to docks. Our Loki is coming here with a few boats we can see. For some reason, when I'm streaming or casting, I usually don't do it so I can see both players' point of view for whatever reason. Just doesn't seem right to me. Kind of like seeing what which each player gets to see. Now, historically, we would see 2 heroes and a myth unit come forward to wreak some havoc in the opponent's base here, but we aren't seeing that. We're seeing the Minotaur chase Berg Anandr Thorgeisen. He doesn't want any of that heat. Oh, we've got a relic here. Who gets this relic? Haha! Oh, looks like Arturello gets the relic. Alrighty, we got a nice little water fight brewing here on Mediterranean. Relic carrying Hersier running happily away. I would consider upping my texture quality and stuff, but it might fry my computer. Minotaur is coming in, trying to get a bit of a swing on the villagers who come happily bouncing off the trees. Alright. Minotaur is down. Got a big fight here. Don't be distracted by all the stuff going on in the land. This is a big fight here. We've got the siege juggernauts raining down on top of the long boats who are taking a pretty poor fight. You must get out, must retreat. I think Arturello is a little bit distracted by this, and yeah, stayed a little bit too long at the front. And does save this Hersier, who's coming back. We have Healing Spring being used here. But there are not enough hammer ships against the plethora of siege juggernauts here. I guess they're just juggernauts. And now they're just kind of being funneled out to their doom. This Healing Spring has a really large healing radius. Arturello could learn from garrisoning ship strategy. Holy smokes. These things make a lot of noise. Let's go over here. Too much noise. Well, it's usually a bad sign when you lose water at the 8-minute and 30-second mark. It's an even worse sign when you lose water and try to grab a town center. Like, generally speaking, the only way you can come back is if you get some real amazing counterattack on land. Which is a bit all in, but I think that grabbing a town center doesn't help in your quest for victory. There's a lot of boats, though. I mean, boats aren't free, so it takes a little bit of time for these boats, you know, the fishing ships to pay off for themselves. Because the boats, you know, it's a lot of extra resources put into it, depending on how many boats Arturello lost. It seems like Arturello just wasn't ready for all 3,000 of these siege ships, and now he owns a Healing Spring. You guys are still arguing about heroes and axemen and priests and chariots. Units coming forward. Pegasus flying around. Boats destroying. Uh-oh! Look out, Villies! Retreat! Actually, only losing one villager. Wow! The troll gets whacked by the bolt. That was unkind. We really need a really nice, ooh, behind here, Shearer spawn. Okay. Uses restoration, but is that enough to win this fight? Achilles is down. Tanks a ton of damage. The berserks are just getting made. Here comes another. Ooh, a Draugr. Okay. Gets a little attack off and gets on top of Jason. Arturello way behind, though. You might as well fight. You got a Draugr. Just kill Jason. He's got 14 hit points. Just turn and fire. Kill him. There you go. Okay. Now the Toxoes are starting to play here against all these infantry. Yeah, he's gonna run back. Motaba is in a good position here. A lot of economy. It's a larger army. Arturello is trying to come back with an early town center. In the grand scheme of things, when it comes to balance discussions, we all suck. So just play better. You know, at some point, this lack of raiding cavalry is going to be a bit of a problem, but actually not a huge army here. Yeah, there's just nothing to kill these Toxotes other than just unit numbers.
Yo.
Okay, he's getting copper shields. This would be a nice... Oh, I guess he doesn't really have any berserks. Okay. Imagine he had Healing Spring for this. That would be helpful.
Fairer thar.
Instead he blew it on the bottom here and now doesn't have the Healing Spring anymore. Sees the gold being grabbed, but really can't do anything about it. He's retreating his army as far away as he can from these attacking units. That's a bit of a problem.
Fairer thar.
You gotta come forward. I mean, you have to fight this. I don't think you have a choice here, does Arturello. There are just a lot of Toxotes throwing all their art there. Yeah. Without any raiding cavalry, I don't know how he expects to win this. That's Arturello. Which, I mean, he's in a bad spot. You lose water at 8 minutes into the game. You're kind of out of luck. We've got a couple hoplites over here.
Skipan?
Pulls back the villager that was almost dead. This is one villager. Pegasus flying over. Troll. Some trolls here. The trolls could maybe be what he needs to deal with the archer ball. Just needs like 5 massively awesome stone throws. Here comes more hoplites getting trickled in. They're aging up via Apollo. Basically just Underworld from here to here. And the game is effectively over because then Arturello is boxed out of gold. Yep, here it comes. Right here. 2 right here. There it is. Villagers have to retreat. What was at one point a nice, peaceful little mining. And now it's not. Here comes some big throws. Boom! Bam! And another one comes. And boom! He needs like 700 more of those. And, well, this is turning into a pretty nice win here for Motaba. Not really scary at all. Sometimes the game 5s can get a little bit worrisome, but this is turning out pretty well. Coming in on the town center like this. Maybe not this. It's like 4 short of a restoration. Okay, well, the hoplites, they gave up their life for that. It is late at night. I'm on night shift now, so I stay up at night. So I have a to-do list of things I need to do. I was making applesauce earlier, got that all done, cleaned up the house. Did a few other things. And then I'll make breakfast when the kids get up, and then when the kids leave for school, I go to sleep. And then I wake up when they get back from school. So it works out pretty well. But then I'm working the next couple of nights. And Arturello is resistant to resigning because it is game 5. But he did very well to fight back to make it to game 5. give Arturello credit. I thought he was done in game 3, but came back and won, and then won game 4. But then Motaba had the pocket Mediterranean just ready to rumble with Zeus, and has gotten a pretty easy victory here. We're gonna have some sort of really cool last stand with all these trolls. We have 1 raiding cavalry. Oh yeah, it is. It's tough. I mean, it's add into that he lost water at 8 minutes, and now it's even harder. Oh, don't waste all your... Oh, no! They threw it at the stupid villagers. And one thing I noticed recently is the manticore eyes, they glow. That's so scary.
Tilbúin.
Maybe if Motaba doesn't notice these 2 raiding cavalry can kill that underworld. We've got the cave troll upgrade. The damage does more. This is a good, actually, a pretty nice technology to use. You know what I don't like, though? In the original game, I'm pretty sure that going through an underworld reset your special to 0, and then it has to come back up. Doesn't seem like that exists in this game. Any garrisoning did that, actually. So, like, if you popped units out of the temple, they wouldn't have their special ready. It would be at 0 coming up. I don't know if it does that for normal garrisoning for myth units. We do have Hera almost in, with a nice lightning storm to finish off this match. Trolls now having a second head makes them twice as likely to get struck by lightning. Motaba is, I think, hoping that, or Arturello is hoping that, like, Motaba, like, loses internet connection or something. So we keep coming in. Oh. Where's the lightning storm? Pow! Zap! Oh no, the trolls! Oh, those trolls thought they were making it out, but nope, they just got obliterated by a lightning storm. And Arturello put up a big fight, but not quite big enough. And flaming weapons used at the very end, a restoration, a bolt, all the god powers are coming out. But it's too late. Glowing eyes of that manticore. Valkyrie arises to save today. These Taxotes are just... It's a shooting gallery over here. And that's it. Poor Motaba. Or I mean, poor Arturello. He loses. And Motaba wins. So nice job. Nice series. I applaud both players. It was a fun set. So well done to both, and that means that Motaba has advanced to the finals of the heroic tier. So good for him. And a mana to a record. Let's take a look. It's just losing water at 8 minutes is it's hard to come back from that. And that is the downside of Mediterranean, where players lose water early, and that's the end of the game. But I mean, really, that's no different than a land map where you maybe lose a gold mine, a second gold mine. That's the end of the game. You lose access to hunt. That's the end of the game. Well, you don't really have the hunt part of it quite so much in Retold, but that is the one downside, I guess, of Meta is there could be some very quick games, realistically. And that's it. So well done. And yeah, I don't think not gonna have time to do any more series. Um, so yeah, well, thanks for watching. I think I'm going to head off. Oh, we gotta give Motaba win 3-2, and he advances in the heroic tier, which we already saw the other one. So well done to Motaba. Well done to Arturello. Well done to everyone for choosing to watch the best overnight stream in the world. And I will catch you all another time, another same place, right down here in my little game room. But yep, that's it for tonight or today. I'll see if I can send you guys off to somebody much cooler than me. Not a lot going on. But bye.